For some people, winter is the most pleasant, for others the most hateful time of the year. It all depends on how you look at it. Some people like crackling frost, fluffy snow, and landscapes wrapped in snow, and some people see winter only as mud and cold. But in temperate latitudes, the change of seasons is very pronounced, and in most of Russia, it is snowy winter. Interestingly enough, about half of the population has never seen snow in their lives, and probably never will. Facts about winter. There are several definitions for winter: calendar, astronomical, and climatic. With the calendar one, everything is clear. For us it is December, January and February, and in the southern hemisphere it is June, July and August. Astronomical winter here lasts from December 21st to March 21st. Well, climatic winter comes when the average daily temperature drops below 0 degrees. Sometimes winter may come and at the command of any of the rulers. So, once a favorite of King Louis XIV of France wanted to ride in the summer on a sled. There was no problem around Versailles, instantly erected a snow track of salt and sugar. It is interesting that the biggest snowflakes in Moscow fell not in winter, but in spring, and far from early. It happened on April 30th, 1944, when a heavy snowfall suddenly fell on the capital. The snowflakes were reminiscent of ostrich feathers, and were the size of an adult's palm. Winter is not the only time of year in Russia. In the Irkutsk region there is a town with the same name. Interestingly enough, the name of the city, according to local historians, has nothing to do with the time of year. In Buryat, Zimi means provinciality. The name Zimi means fault in Buryat language, which means viciousness in Buryat. A river of the same name flows through the city. Interesting facts about rivers. European sociologists have made curious conclusions during surveys of the population. Children born in the winter have a 16% higher chance of living to the 100-year anniversary than all others. In addition, these children are more resilient and more likely to excel in sports. In 2012, the winter in Venice was so cold that the gondolas were trapped in ice and could not move on the water. Prior to that, a similar case was observed in 1985. In 1468, according to chronicles, wine froze in the cellars of Burgundy because of a particularly hard frost. The Russians prepared for winter in advance. For example, on John's Day, November 1st, according to the old calendar, our ancestors pasted the departure of autumn and the meeting of the winter. It was believed that from this date began frosts. People believed that if it was cold on St. John's Day, then the whole winter would be long and harsh. Snowflakes, like people, are always different from each other. Over the years of research, no identical pair has been found. Interesting facts about snow. Icicles in the middle latitudes grow the largest on the south side of the house. The largest snowflake that has ever fallen into human hands was 38 centimeters in diameter. Now the snowman and the snow woman is an entertainment for children, but a few centuries ago, they were made with one sole purpose: to placate the winter, so it would not be so rough and prickly. People who do not like winter are not uncommon, but there are those who are really afraid of it. They can't stand the cold, and they are frightened by snow and even ice. Psychologists classify this as cyanophobia. Winter sets records for the lowest temperatures. For example, the coldest on Earth was December 8, 2013 in Antarctica. At the Japanese station recorded a temperature of -91.2 C. While our winter is December, January and February, in the southern hemisphere it is the opposite. Their calendar winter comes when our summer is hot. This is true for Australia, New Zealand, Africa and South America. Interesting facts about Africa. Contrary to popular belief, in Russia in winter warmed not with vodka, but with spitnum. This ancient Slavic drink was made from water, honey and spices. It had anti-inflammatory and warming effect. Before the mass distribution of tea in Russia, it was the most popular winter drink.